GM. 700 WLW presents Views of the Right Wing in Pitts Off with Earl Pitts, American.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me want to have a can of endangered species stew? It's these panko, liberal, namby-pamby, save our forest, whimpering, sniveling, chlorophyll-sucking, recycled aluminum tin can-headed ecology freaks. They're already starting to whine about water quality every time somebody dumps a few gallons of raw sewage in some river or another. They don't drink none of the water anyway. They drink white wine, spritzers, and imported beer from Sweden or someplace, and that Perrier water from France. I bet they even do their laundry in Perrier water. Hell, who drinks water anyway when you can have a can of red, white, and blue? Then they complain about air quality. Every time there's a little bit of diesel fumed in the air, they start complaining about it. Hell, if it wasn't for a little bit of haze and smoke in the air, you wouldn't be able to see the air you're breathing. And who wants to be breathing something they can't see? And every time I light up a cigarette, they start to whining about their personal space, and they run crying to the Board of Health. Well, I got news for you commie boys. When I light up the air with smoke, it's my air, and I don't run crying to the cops about you stealing my smoke that I paid for, do I? And then they're always whining about a little bit of nuclear waste from Fernald. They don't like nuclear waste. Let them move to Chernobyl with them commie pinko pals of theirs and complain themselves right up front of a wall in front of a firing squad. There's here Earl Pitts, American. Don't you be breathing my smoke. Pitts off.
727 at 700 WLW. Yeah, if you're a Burbank fan, 4:05 every afternoon.
Bust your bubble when you call us up and give us trouble. You better get away, better come to your senses before you cause for the consequences. My name is Burbank, you can call me Gary. I'm so smart, it's positively scary. I can answer your question before you count to 6, 'cause I was a bad boy for the Memphis Chick. I'm Dr. Wolf, you can call me Kevin. I'm an innocent bystander, as pure as heaven. I don't know the answer, but that doesn't matter. I'll push the button and make you splat. Gonna beat you bad, we're gonna bust your bubble when you call us up and give us trouble. You better get away, better come to your senses before you cause for the consequences.
I'm Andy McWilliams, they call me Mac. I know it all, and that's a fact. Take you on from bowling to hockey. If I was a boxer, they'd call me Rocky.
My dad's Mr. Trumpet. Bob's my name, aficionado of bingo fame. Love to argue, love to put you down, 'cause down is up if you mess with me, Cloud.
We don't mess around. Hey, we don't mess around. Hey.
You want to ask a question? You better hang loose, 'cause aficionados can call on the goose.
Goose, 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 goose. I'm his friend, I'm the say, and I don't put up with you pulling my leg. Commissioner Tooker rounds out the crew. He makes the rules that put it to you. So keep on calling, you can't win, but go ahead, all fool, hang up and dial again. We don't mess around. We're gonna beat you bad, we're gonna bust your bubble when you call us up and give us trouble. You better get away, better come to your senses before you cause for the consequences. We don't mess around. Hey, 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 we don't mess around. Hey.
700 WLW, the Sports of Consequences wrap. Burbank report every Saturday. 700 WLW presents Views of the Right Wing in Pitts Off with Earl Pitts, American.
You know what makes me sick? You know it makes me just want to stick a knitting needle in my ear. Now, don't get scared, but I think that Prissy paints Michael Jackson's ready to make a comeback. Last time out, old Glitter Glove proved he had the staying power of the Reds' starting rotation. Now I think he's set to try again. Look at this. He's recorded another album. He's signed a big contract to promote Pepsi. He's finished a film for Disney. And now he's agreed to market a line of stuffed animals and a cartoon. If Michael Jackson is set to invade the United States again, that only means one thing. It means we have precious little time to renounce our citizenship and move to a communist country. I do not want this Liberace-loving, puny-voiced, bob-nosed, female hormone, palm oil-headed, swishy-dancing, AIDS-infected Diana Ross lookalike Michael Jackson in my face again. Somebody ought to frog gig that kid and put him out of his misery. Michael Jackson, beat it. I'm Earl Pitts, American. That's all.
I doubt if Earl lets his son or daughter buy a Michael Jackson album.
This weekend,
miles in a small security deposit.
700 WLW presents Views of the Right Wing in Pitts Off with Earl Pitts, American.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me just want to toss some kittens into a spinning jet engine? It's these power-sucking, time-consuming, waste-of-money, tape-eating answering machines. There ain't nothing worse than calling the ammo store when you need some holler points and hearing, "I'm sorry, no one's here right now. We're out to range." That makes me just want to pull the legs off a spider and roll it down the steps. This is America, home of the brave. How the hell can it be the home of the brave if everyone is out doing something and leaving these stupid little message machines on? The next time you get an answering machine answering at one of your friends' house, pay someone to burn that house down. Or better yet, go over to his house yourself and repossess his windpipe. That's what Earl Pitts is going to do, because that's the way I see it. I'm Earl Pitts, American. Pitts off.
Try to see it my way.
Karl Windham. You can call now with your questions.
When we kiss, Mother Nature turns to smile.
Our first call will deal with the topic, the prolongation of bait species. Yes, you're on the air.
Hey, hello, my name is Fred Arbogast. I bought this new mini bucket, and I was all set to go fishing this morning, and I stopped at the bait shop, and I bought 3 dozen minnows, and I put them in the bucket. Now, I always heard that live bait was best, and anyhow, I get to the lake, and the minnows is all lying on the bottom of the bucket, and they're stuck to the side of it. And they're all dried out, and they look more like anchovies than bait. Well, what can I do to my bait bucket so this won't happen again?
Karl, do you have an angle for our angler's bait bucket?
Put some water in it.
Well, I'm going to try that.
Let's take another call. This one on aqua possibilities of extending business profits.
Yeah, well, my name is Bud. I run a bar down there on 6th Street now. My competitor's making more money than me, so he gets 40 shots out of a fifth at Canadian Club. I get only about 30 shots now. That's 10 more shots a bucket, 50 a shot. He turned me up. How can I get more shots of liquor out of my bottles?
Put some water in.
Business genius.
We'll take our final call, dealing with the topic, leather crafts for fun and torture. Yes, you're on the air.
Hello, youth. Shut up. Shut up. Hello, youth. Well, I'm sorry, this is kind of tight. When I got up this morning, I mistakenly put my dog's collar on. His leather collar, I put it on, and it's so tight around my neck. I can hardly get it off, okay?
Let me get this straight. You put your dog's collar on by mistake, and it's a leather collar. It's around your neck and very tight, and you want to know how to get it off. Okay, just a moment, a little conference here. Carl, you know who this is? Okay. Yes, okay. To get this leather collar off your neck, we advise you go stand out in the hot sun.
Okay.
And?
Put some water on it.
Don't laugh, don't laugh.
What was that?
Nothing. You'd better hurry before the sun goes in.
Okay, you...
That's all the time we have, Carl.
Mother Nature turns to smile.
Very enlightening having you here.
I was just hanging out.
700 WLW presents Views of the Right Wing in Pits Off with Earl Pitts. American.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so angry? I just want to kick a midget in the slats. The U.S. Senate gets their act together and votes on tax simplification. Big deal. The taxes change. That means the rich are gonna get richer and the poor get poorer. And us middle-class Americans will get squat. I think I got a solution for the tax plan. How about when I get my pay, see, I pile it up in a big pile on my front lawn. Then I hole up in the house, bust out a window pane, stick a rifle out the window, and invite the IRS to take as much as they can get. Oh, I love that. I'm telling you now, the IRS has had its little old hands and fingers wiggling around in my pockets for so long. I'm starting to think that maybe they ought to move our headquarters to San Francisco. You know what I mean. Do you think if senators who pass that bill will pay more taxes? Hell no. Do you think that you and me are gonna pay more taxes? Hell yes. You IRS boys stick a foot in my house and you gonna be pulling back a stump. You want tax simplification? I'll give you tax simplification. I ain't paying you. There you go. This is Earl Pitts, American. Pets off.
It's pretty simple.
Hi, boys and girls, and all you little whippersnappers, too. It's your old Power Ranger Bob, brought to you by Mush.
When it's hot mush time at breakfast,
Eat it.
then it's time for us.
Now you eat a little bit out of your bowl, and you take the rest and pour it in your pocket. Just get rid of it so Mommy will buy you whippersnappers some more. Well, old Ranger Bob here, buckaroos. Seems like a lot of you whippersnappers and sidewinders are confused now about Central America. And, well, thanks to the U.S. government, we're going to put on a little play for you here today to help explain the Contra Aid package recently passed in Washington. Okay, now all you whippersnappers, take a seat, and we will begin the play. All right, curtain. Well, hello, my name is Uncle Sam, and I'm a baker. Recently, I opened up a pie shop here in sunny Central America. I can make only the finest quality red, white, and blueberry pies. I use only the best ingredients and place $1 million in each pie. Well, recently my backers in Washington, they gave me enough dough to make 100 pies. Now I'm going to give my pies to those who are starving for freedom. Oh, I see my first customer. Why, looks like Mr. Contra. See, why am I hungry? Those pies sure look good. Well, you'll have to wait a minute while they cool off here. Oh, why, look, here comes Mr. CIA
right.
General Squander of the Freedom Fighters.
Right.
Let me turn my back a minute, fellas, and I'll be right with you.
I'll get
I think I'm going to eat this.
Well, hey. No, wait. Wait a minute. Some of those pies are gone. Did you two have anything to do with that?
Oh, no.
Mr. Contra? Well, okay, I guess. There are plenty of pies left to feed those who are starving for freedom. Uh-oh. Bad news, fellas. Looks like there's been a script change in our little skit here. A McHale's red cherry pie truck just pulled up. I do all baking with rubles in my pies, and all are same price as Uncle Sam. Why, look, here's my first customer, Mr. Sandinista. Look like Mr. Cuba wants big fat commie slice, too.
Me too.
Well, men, this can only mean one thing. Food fight! I'll show you. Look out there, Gary. My goodness. Looks like the first civilian casualty.
This is the worst play I've ever been to.
Taste?
A little rich over there.
Well, buckaroos, come here. Just think of Central America as a large slice. Okay, the play is over. Oh, we're having fun now. Oh, these are fun. Just think of Central America as a large-scale Betty Crocker bake-off. Here's your old pal Ranger Bobsey. I gotta get out of here. Here, here's your old pal Ranger Bobsey. Adios, muchacho.
Adios, Ranger Bob. Doc, I'll be Cisco and you be Ebert.
Okay.
I think it was a bit surreal.
Well, I think that it was okay.
But surreal.
On 700 WLW, here's our expert on everything from earth to sky to give you expert advice. Karl Windham. We're taking your calls now.
When we kiss, Mother Nature turns to smile.
Let's take our first call on the mysterious disappearance of organized crime victims. Yes, you're on the air.
You'll never do
Yeah.
You'll never
I'm a weasel man, they call me. Okay. Now, I'm trying to offer this stoolie here.
You'll never
You hear him laughing,
Trying
huh?
to kill him.
It's because of my concrete compound ain't a
I gotta
cooperate.
get right out of this.
Now, you're trying to offer stoolie, and your concrete compound isn't working.
Every time I put it, it creeps the feet into the concrete. He pulls his feet right out of this powder.
I see.
You'll never do it, never.
What do I got to do to make sure this bozo don't get free? I mean, can I do something to the concrete powder to make it harder for him to get out?
Never do it.
Karl?
Put some water in it. Uh-oh.
Oh, Mr. Windham, you a life saver. On the one hand, on the other hand, you, never mind. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Let's take another call. This time dealing with the topic, the floating properties of metal. You're on the air with our expert.
Yes, hello, this is Ted Kennedy. Speaking of the floating properties of metal, I was wondering if...
We're not going to do that joke.
Yeah, put some water on there.
Let's take our final call, this time dealing with lyrical metaphors. You're on the air.
Yes, hello. This is Richard Harris.
Richard Harris. Karl, we have a man called Horse on the phone.
You can just call me Richard Harris.
Okay, Richard. What's your question?
Well, I'm writing this song. It's called MacArthur's Park. MacArthur's Park. And in it, I have this cake, you see.
A cake?
Yes,
Is it an eating song, like apples, peaches, pumpkin pie?
No. It's surreal, carried to the abstraction, you see. The cake symbolizes life, and now something ill has to happen to the cake to make the song sad, you see.
Something should happen to the cake in the song to make it sad.
Yes, something like, someone left the cake out in the street, and a giant truck squashed it. No, that's not it. How about this? Someone left the cake out in the aviary, and the birds flew over, and... no, that doesn't connote what I'm trying to say.
Karl, let's help Mr. Harris.
Put some water on it.
Wait a minute. Someone left the cake out in the rain. That's it. Mr. Windham, you're a lyrical virtuoso.
Same to you, buddy. I see that's all the time we have. And Karl, as usual, it's been enlightening.
I was just hanging out.
When we kiss, Mother Nature turns to smile.
And speaking of,
Put some water on it.
we have a weather radar check for you here. Very heavy rain. WLW. Doc, I guess you heard about the random drug testing in the NFL.
Yeah, about those surprise checks.
Yeah.
Gary, you're going to sleep again.
No, I was just up all night worrying about the players. These random checks.
No, Gary, don't worry about it. If they do cocaine, they deserve it.
Yeah, but
That's not what I'm worried about, Doc. I mean,
Gary.
what if they can't?
Gary. Gary.
What if they can't?
Jockstrap over there. Yeah, great.
I'm in the Bengal locker room. What am I doing in the Bengal locker room?
Hey, great game, Burbank. What, you sacked the quarterback 9 times?
Thanks a lot, guys. Boy.
Oh, no, not again.
Drag check, random drag check.
Who's it gonna be
this time? Gee.
All right, Collins, Jackson, Burbank. All right, fill up these specimen bottles. You go in there.
Okay.
Jackson, you go in there. And Burbank, you are going to go in there.
Behind this curtain?
Behind the curtain and fill her up.
But see, I have this problem. I can't, I can't go.
Oh, well, anyone who comes out with an empty bottle will be considered guilty.
Couldn't I have a glass of water in here? Maybe if I had a glass of water, I could go.
Are you trying to dilute the test?
No, I'm not trying to dilute the test. Oh, these guys are driving
come
me
on,
nuts.
hurry up,
I can't go. I can't. Okay.
Hurry up, gentlemen. Let's get it out.
Come on, go.
Yeah, come on.
It won't go.
Come on, hurry up.
Come on.
Come on, hurry up.
Oh, boy.
I can't believe
I'll see if I can borrow some in the next curtain from Jackson. Hey, Jackson?
Yeah.
Could I borrow a cup of specimen, please?
Get out of here.
Oh, it's okay.
Come on, Burbank.
I can't go. I just can't, okay? If you'd given me some warning, I would have had a drink more Gatorade. Okay. Oh, I'll be right out.
Just
Gee,
fill it
I
out.
didn't see this Gatorade in the corner here. I'll just fill up the specimen bottle with Gatorade. There. Done. Okay, I'm done. Here's my specimen there.
Time. Thanks. Okay, gentlemen, we'll take them out for the test.
Later, that same dream. Yeah, Coach Brown, you wanted to see me?
Your random drug test is in.
Uh-oh.
I'd like for you to meet the president of the Florida Citrus Growers.
Gary, have we got a deal for you? Well, I guess you know about our dilemma with the canker diseases on the trees.
Well, yeah.
Well, we could go out of business,
I know, but
you could save our industry.
Yeah, but I guess I should tell you. I'd be doing what?
Well, let's just say you'd be constantly on the go.
I have a confession to make. You see, I really can't whiz Gatorade.
What?
I know you think I can whiz Gatorade because see, I couldn't go when they did the test. I can't whiz Gatorade. I can't whiz Gatorade. I can't.
Gary,
I can't whiz Gatorade.
Gary, wake up.
I can't whiz Gatorade.
What? You can't whiz Gatorade?
Oh. I guess it sounds kind of stupid. See, I had this awful dream about random drug tests. See, but I got a great job offer. Big money, I think. I wonder if I could, maybe.
Could what?
Could we... I have to go check something, Doc. I'll be back in just a minute, okay? Can you take over?
I'll take it over, sure.
You can enjoy summertime fun with family and...
Just plunk my twanger there, boy.
700 WLW presents Views of the Right Wing in Pitts-Off with Earl Pitts, American.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me just want to run my bush hog over Lehigh Coca? It's all this fuss over the damn Statue of Liberty. Why the hell are we making such a fuss over some cheap tin statue that some cork-sniffing, Perrier-sipping, monocle-wearing, frog-eating, hand-kissing, garlic-smelling Frenchie sent us 90 years ago? First of all, it ain't a real statue, because real statues is made out of rock or plaster of Paris. Not no tin that starts falling apart 90 years later. And then they don't have no warranty for it. So we have to pay to fix it ourselves. Then we supposed to be thanking these Frenchies for it. Oh, thank you, monsieur. We're so grateful for this hunk of junk that we bailed you out in 2 wars, and we forgive you for not letting us fly over your country to bomb the king of the terrorist geeks, Muammar Gaddafi. And then they put some sign at the bottom of the Statue of Liberty saying, "Send us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to be free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore." Yeah, that's just what America needs. masses of poor, tired, wretched refuse that don't speak no good English, don't have no car insurance, and eat our dogs and cats. Why don't we give that sign back to the Frenchies and they can put it on the city limits of Gay Paris so they can have all the wretched refuse? Then we could put us up a new sign that says, give us your tanned, your tall, your well-endowed, blonde, Scandinavian women who wouldn't mind posing nude in Playboy. Wake up, America! This is Earl Pitts, American.
Pants off. Walgreens can help make your 4th of July. And birthdays. Les Ben is brown around. Happy birthday to you. I blocked the magic fire, didn't have it. Stan Melton has a birthday? Melton. Oh, there says Melton there. Stan, he's not spelling your first name with an M. You told me it's not an M.
That's an H.
No, it's not an H because see, an H, the line goes in the middle.
It is.
You've got it going from the. What, is that the middle or is that the top,
No,
Doc?
it's the middle right there.
Get out of
It's a
here.
small H.
Well,
Stan his last name with a small H.
Stan Helton of Station House Travel with you every step of the way.
And
he has to work hard to keep at it now. It's getting so old, but
Says
Stan has a birthday.
Says he's 35.
I'll see you Sunday, Stan. Tom Van Eaton, he's...
half as old as the Statue of Liberty today.
Okay, good way of putting it. P.R. Osterhage.
10 years old. Mark turned in.
Happy birthday, P.R. Harold Price is 42.
Kim and Sean got you.
Richard Snyder has birthday.
Linda, your daughter, turned in.
Chuck Brown is 29 years old.
Turned himself in.
Attaboy, Chuck. Christina Mullen. Mullen?
It's that San Francisco Perrier water got to him.
He does kind of like that stuff.
Get me over there, I'll talk about something else.
700 WLW presents Views of the Right Wing in Pitts Off with Earl Pitts, American.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so angry? I just want to sit down on a lit Roman candle. Last week I was complaining about not being able to get good fireworks no more. You have to go out of state. Then all you can buy is them sissy sparklers of them dumb smoking snake panty waist things from Taiwan. Well, it's worse than I thought. The most patriotic of American holidays. And now whole cities couldn't celebrate last weekend. Now, I'm talking, of course, about the number of American communities who have shelved their fireworks displays due to their liability insurance. Them communistic, wet blanket, old flatuitous, conservative, playtime-destroying insurance companies wouldn't give these towns insurance in case one of them Roman candles was to accidentally shoot into the crowd instead of the air. But I think the fear of becoming a sudden blazing inferno is one of the most exciting aspects of the whole July 4th celebration. I don't know about to you, but to me, some of that Independence Day magic was missing, where a town would just get together and pass out flashlights for a nighttime spectacular, like we did in Falmouth. I guess if you want to get together with a bunch of total strangers these days and ooh and ah, you have to go to a Bo Derek movie. Now, there's some white sarin heat generated, eh? A true 4th of July evening involves the white sarin heat of pyrotechnics displays. Wait a minute. I have an idea. We could all get together and burn down the insurance agent's office. How about that, huh? We'll do that next year. That's Earl Pitts, American. Pitts off.
700 WLW presents Views of the Right Wing in Pitts Off with Earl Pitts, American.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so angry I just want to stick a flaming torch up Lee Iacocca's nose? This liberty stuff on TV all weekend. You'd think everybody who wasn't in New York was a communist or something. New York yes, New York that. I agree with you on one thing, Burbank. New York makes me want to blow my lunch. And then, I cannot believe the ignorance about American history that some people possess. Though I hate to admit it, my old lady Pearl has Purina for brains. You know, we watching TV about all the immigrants that saw the Statue of Liberty when they arrived, and Pearl says, "How do you think the Pilgrims felt when the Mayflower went past the statue, Earl?" I said, "You stupid broccoli head. Everyone knows the Pilgrims landed up near Boston." Geez, sometimes it's embarrassing to accompany that woman outside the house. And another thing, if a Statue of Liberty is supposed to be a symbol to immigrants flooding into America, don't put it on no island in the middle of New York Harbor. Hell, put it in the middle of the Rio Grande River. That's where it belongs. Anyway, me and Pearl was watching last night the TV, you know, and this big Hollywood extravaganza, and the chorus kept singing, "Remember, rejoice, renew." After 45 minutes, it was review, regurgitate, and turn on Channel 19 reruns. Wake up, America! You don't have to be near New York to celebrate the 4th of July. You don't have to win no Nobel Prize to be successful. After all, look at me. Earl Pitts, American. Pitts off.
Stop off at
700 WLW presents Views of the Right Wing in Pitts Off with Earl Pitts, American.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so sick I could just blast my breakfast from here to Biloxi? It's them stone-hearted, cold-blooded, flaunting everything they got, make your tongue hang out and then step on it, sashay down the street, jiggle in your face, show off young broads who slank around in tank tops and shorts that are so short that half their cheeks stick out and wave bye-bye to you when they walk past. Now, these teasing wenches do everything they can to make you gawk at them. But when you do, they look at you like you're some kind of prevert. You be walking down the street, one of these young women, you know, they're walking toward you, you know. Of course, while they're coming towards you, you pretend like you don't notice. But as soon as they get past you, you know, you turn around and scope it in. That's when they look over their shoulder and catch you. And then they stop, put their hands on their hips, and look at you like you're Jack the Ripper or something. Ain't no real man could keep himself from admiring a shapely young thing walking down the street. It's just natural to stop and stare and drool a little. So all you sweet young things who want to parade around only partially clad, don't be surprised if some real man like me takes the time to stop and appreciate your appointments. Of course, there is a faction of so-called males who dress the same way as these broads, and if we lucky, these guys will be an endangered species. But there's a zoo out west called San Francisco where there's thousands of them. I'll deal with that on another commentary. That's what zoos are for, by the way. Fruit baskets. This is Earl Pitts, American. Pitts off.
Subaru. 700 WLW presents Views of the Right Wing in Pitts Off with Earl Pitts, American.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me just want to barf up a Brussels sprout? Them damn salad bars, that's what. If you want to make your own salad, you could have stayed home and did that. What faggy, limp-wristed, mush-brained, pin-headed geek thought this enough? Probably some French chef from San Francisco saying, I'm too busy making kiwishes and croissants to make a salad for them people that's paying for their food. Hell, let them make their own salad. They're like a bunch of lemons. They'll go for it. And you did. Then you got all this stuff in there that you don't know what the hell it is. And if you did, you wouldn't want to eat it. Garbanzo beans. The hell kind of thing is that? When did you ever hear about anybody eating up a big bowl of garbanzo beans and cornbread? Never. That's when. Ain't nobody but some foreigners eat that kind of stuff. Then they got sprouts. You know what that is. That's food that ain't even growed up yet. And ain't even people food either. It's alfalfa's for cows. If you are supposed to be eating that, well, pretty soon they'll say, well, just come on back here in the yard and you can graze out here until your meat is cooked. They'll be doing that. And that ain't even the worst part. You don't know who's been picking over the lettuce and fingering the cherry tomatoes and coughing in the Thousand Island dressing. All I gotta say is one thing. America, wake up! Next, they'll have you cooking your own food and washing your own dishes and paying for the whole damn thing, and you'll be loving it. This is Earl Pitts, America. Pitts off.
Alex, did you get us that new copy?